What's your I thought this crap only happened in movies moment? In our town, there was this woman named Wendy who owned a chunk of land that was even bigger than a regular at an American diner. We're talking 40 acres of prime rural real estate, a mix of wooded areas and cleared lands, basically every redneck's wet dream. During summer weekends, there was a constant parade of vehicles down there, everything from beat-up pickup trucks with local fishers to gleaming SUVs with out-of-state plates carrying wealthy vacationers. Me and my partner were salivating over this land, and our eyes practically popped out of our heads when we heard she was dividing it into 4 equal pieces. Obviously, one went to her daughter, who turns out to be the only normal one in this story. Another section to Smoothbrain Bradley, explanation coming soon, and she built custom houses for both of them according to their preferences. The other 2 went to herself, one for her own hours and one for a small convenience store. This is also important for later. She transferred the actual deeds to her children for their respective properties, and this decision would come back to haunt her in spectacular fashion. But in the meantime, her daughter, inarguably the one thing she got right in life, maintained her property beautifully and became a respected elementary school teacher in the nearby town, especially compared to her counterpart brother, Smoothbrain Bradley. He was the neighborhood terrorist, a 30-something man-child with zero respect for anyone. He was one of those guys who you just know peaked in high school. Everyone within earshot absolutely despised him because he'd throw these insanely loud, obnoxious parties almost every single night. There were multiple occasions where I thought the bass from his sound system would literally break glass a quarter mile away. One officer later told us they had a specific code just for Bradley's parties in their dispatch system. I guess his entitlement wasn't surprising since Mommy Dearest paid all his bills. Utilities, services, everything was in her name and sent to her mailbox. Well, everything except one crucial bill, property taxes, which were in his name since he owned the property. He never bothered paying them and apparently never mentioned this to Wendy, who either forgot about them or assumed he was handling it like any normal adult would. But of course, for Smoothbrain Bradley, it was still a surprise when the police showed up at his house one day with an eviction notice. The rumor about it spread quickly, and very soon everyone in the town got a surprise too. We never saw Smoothbrain Bradley again. It was our town's mystery, until we found out that instead of some elaborate reason, he'd simply been arrested during a bar fight in town. His house even went up for auction. Hooray! But the place looked like a crime scene. It was completely trashed with holes punched through walls. There was even a massive hole in the living room floor dropping straight into the basement. The carpet had multiple stains from mysterious liquids and solids, rot and black mold all over the walls. His partying habits had left the house in what banks classified as uninhabitable condition, meaning only cash buyers could touch it. This is where our man Magic Mark comes in. He was known for buying these disaster houses at auction for cheap, fixing them up, and putting them back on the market. And long story short, it was beautiful. Only had a few months left of renovation before it became our dream home. But 2 weeks later, I got the call. It was Mark. His voice sounded tight with worry as he explained that his sister had fallen ill in another state, and he wanted to be with her instead of completing the house. I swear me and my husband almost came close to straight up ending the life of Smoothbrain Bradley. But I don't have time to finish the story in this short video, but it gets intense. Click the link or go to my channel to watch it.